welcome to the Dacxi Dinner on the Sunshine Coast. We're really excited that you could all join us. We're doing something very new. We've got our lovely people that have joined here tonight in person, and then you champions on screen. So I'm Robin Taylor. I've been with Dacxi since 2017, so quite early. And my story is I worked in property for 20 years, helping people build wealth through getting investment properties. And while that has worked for some, after a long time, I saw many people who after 10 years or so were getting ready to retire and still owed maybe even more than what they purchased their property for, and were looking at having to sell without having any equity or anything to help their retirement. So I started to get wary of that space. It's a bit different now, but that's probably inflated due to the government handing out money and printing out money. So we don't know how long that's going to start. I was in a position where I had the opportunity to get into a property again. I'd had 5 and lost my last one with the GFC. And I was in a position, like I said, where I could have bought into the property market again. I had met Andrew. I was starting to learn about cryptocurrency. I had enough money to live on for 1 year or buy a property. Well, I chose instead to go into the cryptocurrency space with Dacxi. I saw people lose money through getting scammed and getting hacked. And so with the due diligence on Dacxi, I saw that they were certainly things that I wouldn't need to worry about. So my life then did a bit of a dramatic turn that I didn't expect. But because of Dacxi, I am now in a position where I've been able to stop working for a season of time to look after, situations that I found myself in my life now. So my position is I love Dacxi because I'm not the person that learns how to dot the I's and cross the T's and get all that technical information and understand the background. But I love in Dacxi, there's a great community, there's a great learning platform. We can just be a person that wants to put our money into a safe place and then watch it grow. And that's who I am. So I'm not someone that's going to tell you all about it. We've got brilliant people like Andrew, who's going to share with you in a moment. But I'm just one to tell you that because I got involved in Dacxi, it's put me in a position where I can be semi-retired, and where in 2017, I didn't have enough money to live even for 1 year. So I'm passionate to help other people get into that same boat. And that's why I love being part of Dacxi and love being part of hosting something like the Dacxi Dinners. So I'm going to hand over to Andrew. I'm going to turn around to the crowd and then I'll go and jump in there as well. So thanks, Andrew, for being happy to organise our first Dacxi dinner in person and on Zoom.
Fantastic, Robin. That was a lovely introduction. I love hearing your story. Of course, I helped you have a look at Dacxi, and you're one of my very, very good friends. And it's been a bit of a journey for the last few years through life, through occupations, and of course, cryptocurrency has evolved a lot since then. So I'm very grateful for our friendship and for you to organise the Dacxi dinner at the Coolum Hotel. So in the next 2 weeks, next 4 weeks, we'll do it all again, and we'll have more people. So it's great to see Gina and Dale there tonight, which is really good. It's a great venue, and the meals are great, and I look forward to zooming in a 4 weeks time. So we'll try and do some other locations in 4 weeks as well. So tonight I'm very quickly going to go through an introduction to cryptocurrency. I'm not going to go into too many specifics. I did this presentation, or one very similar to this, to a bunch of retirees a couple of weeks ago, and they really liked the content. So I'm going to do my best to help everyone understand a bit more about crypto and to give you some confidence to look into this new financial system more confidently, and then to ask questions. And if you want to get involved, then we will see what are some good entry points to that. So this is the introduction to cryptocurrency PowerPoint that I've prepared for tonight. I have delivered this a few times now. So my name's Andrew Squilari. I'm a digital asset strategist. So I help people understand some really smart strategies around entering the marketplace of cryptocurrencies. I'm a Dacxi customer because I do like the Dacxi platform. I have grey hair, so it's specifically designed for people who are low tech and no tech. Hey, that's me. And I'm a Dacxi coin hodler. Now, that is not a spelling mistake. That's a terminology used in cryptocurrency for someone that buys onto coins and holds on to those coins for a long time. So hodler is a cryptocurrency term, and you'll learn a lot more about terminology with cryptocurrency as your learning journey continues. Financial disclaimer, I'm not going to give you any investment, financial or trading advice or any other sort of advice. Any of the content here today is educational and value only. Make sure you do your own due diligence, and I'd highly recommend you consult a competent financial advisor or accountant about making any financial investment decisions, making sure that that advisor understands what you are wanting to do. And if they don't have crypto, then you really shouldn't be asking their advice, because they probably have no idea what you're looking at. But if you can find a financial advisor or accountant that is competent in giving you correct financial advice about crypto, they're the people to talk to. But most importantly, cryptocurrencies are assets, and if a financial advisor and accountant can give you accurate information about structuring yourself to take maximum advantage of the taxation rules in Australia, I would highly recommend you get and have a talk with those people, because structuring is totally really important in the world of cryptocurrency, because I do have a high expectation that you will make a lot of money in crypto. You need to make sure that you minimize your tax liabilities with correct structuring. Today, we'll go through what is crypto, what are your options, why cryptocurrency, where to buy and sell, and of course, the last thing is, what are safe coins? For me, it's all about safety and security for the long term. So the last one for me is the most important aspect of this whole conversation tonight. So what is crypto? Crypto, the easiest way that I can put cryptocurrency is just looking at it like it's any currency. Now, back in 1972, we went from having money, when all money was linked to the gold standard, over to a currency. So we don't have money anymore, we have currency. So imagine if your bank account had multiple currencies. So we live in Australia, everyone has access to only Australian dollars in their account. Imagine if you had American dollars, pounds, pence, dong, yuan, yen, multiple currencies in your account. And if you wanted to send any of those currencies to other people in the countries that they reside in, simple matter of pressing a button, and that currency that you hold or you've converted to goes straight to that person's account in whatever country they live. So it's just like a multi-currency bank account. Imagine if those currencies are being able to transfer nearly free and instantly globally. So you can transfer someone across a coffee table, across a bench top, or across the world at the same cost of transaction and the same speed, which makes it a lot easier for us to transact with other people and products and services globally than what we presently do, that is through the standard banking system or through PayPal or Visa or MasterCard. Imagine the value of your account buying you more, not less. So as you know, inflation is having a very detrimental effect on our bank account value. We see the same number every year, but the purchasing power of that number is going down. So imagine converting that number over to a different style of number. So at the moment, you've got one Bitcoin sitting at 63,000 Australian dollars. So 1 equals 63, but only 2 weeks ago, 1 equals $40,000. So 2 weeks ago, if you had a bank account worth $40,000, you could buy $40,000 worth of car, whatever that car may be. Now you spend the same 1 Bitcoin, you'll have $20,000 change. The value of your currency is going up, but your spending power is going down by leaving it in Australian dollars or US or pounds or pence or whatever other country you reside in. But crypto is very volatile. And this is a key factor to remember. So we do live in a very young market. So cryptocurrency's only been around for 13 years, so it's still finding its way. And there's a really big growth phase happening in cryptocurrency. So it is volatile. So it's expected that it goes up 20, 30, 40% in a few weeks, and it might go down 50% in a few days. But we look at the trend as we are investors in cryptocurrency. We're looking for the long-term trend, and we're also practicing delayed gratification, buying now and holding it for a long time. So the trend in owning of cryptocurrency is very, very positive. But let's go through what is crypto. So we'll talk about a few different coins. So Bitcoin, BTC, the biggest coin in the market, over nearly 45% of all cryptocurrencies is in BTC. That's turned into a hedge against inflation. Like we're talking about before about the value of coins going down, value of money going down. Well, Bitcoin is just keep on going up. So it's a really good hedge against inflation. Now, gold was a hedge against inflation as well. So we have a digital gold in the way of having Bitcoin now. Ethereum is another one. ETH allows cryptocurrencies to self-validate transfers. At the moment, you use banking systems, PayPal, Visa, MasterCard, Alipay, all these other payment providers validate a transfer between me and you and me. So you pay for that service anywhere from 1% to 3%, depending on what service you're using. So Ethereum, the program, validates the transfer of money between each other, which is pretty exciting. So it's self-validating, means it's a lot cheaper and a lot faster for the transfers to occur. We've got Litecoin. It's the first true global payment coin. So Litecoin's been around since 2014. It's actually a payment coin, so it's just like any other currency that's out there, except the fees and the speed is phenomenal. You can transfer Litecoin around the world in a matter of seconds, which is fantastic, and it's very, very cheap to send it, dramatically cheaper than what the present banking system has now. We've got Chainlink, which is, this is a symbol. I've got a few mates that really like Chainlink. It connects cryptos together. So it allows cryptos to talk with each other. So Chainlink's another one of the really good solid cryptocurrencies. We got Polkadot. Again, it's a faster validator than Ethereum. So Ethereum, like all technologies, has improvements, and people find out ways of making things better. So Polkadot is a faster validator than Ethereum. So that's also a very good cryptocurrency. And the last one, Stellar. It's a faster, cheaper crypto payment than Litecoin even. But as I said before, there's lots and lots of cryptocurrency. They've all got a particular use, and you have to understand the use. So cryptocurrencies, as you can see, they act as a hedge against inflation. They self-validate, so you don't need to pay for someone to validate the transfers, makes it cheaper. Global payments, which is also very good, so you can send money back to family in other countries if you're from another country and living and working in Australia or any other country. Allows all currencies to talk with each other. Right? It's a very and the systems are improving constantly. Of course, with Polkadot and Stellar, there's just system improvement. So as you can see, there's lots of different uses of cryptocurrency, and cryptocurrencies really solve a lot of problems in the present monetary system. And that's why everyone is looking at cryptocurrency now to improve the way that they increase their wealth and to decrease their cost, and of course, look after themselves long-term with a growth asset class. We have to look at what are options now, what we're presently looking at now. So a lot of people have done really well in shares since 1982 up until now. And as the governments are printing more money, share market's still continuing to rise. Of course, at one day, the governments are going to stop printing money like they are. And of course, the first thing that's going to be hit hard is the share market. You can actually keep on playing in the world of having someone else manage your cash. So a lot of people have superannuation funds, and we have a lot of super funds that make quite a bit of money. They take out the fees and give you a little bit left over. I think the average super now is producing about 1% to 2% if they're lucky, and they were producing 10 to 20% only a couple of years ago. So if you want other people to make your investment decisions and what you do, and not learn yourself, or you're going to pay them a service fee for managing your money. And of course, the property market at the moment has gone crazy. With the effects of COVID and the first home buyers, at the moment, we see a huge property cycle happening. And of course, that is going to stop. First home buyers loans are going to get reduced. The people that can and want to move will have moved. So we're expecting quite a sizable reset with property. And unfortunately, with the travel industry, the way it is, a lot of tourist destinations are going to suffer pretty heavily when they realise that the international tourists are not coming back for quite a while as well. So in my opinion, these three areas are something that you can learn more about and take some self-responsibility and do probably a better job than what these companies are doing for you. But you have to ask yourself, what are you going to do differently? Now, we've talked a bit about crypto before, but why would you want to get involved with cryptocurrency? Well, of course, a lot of people got to talk and understand a little bit about cryptocurrency back in 2017 when we had a really big spike of cryptocurrency. So everyone was talking about crypto back in Christmas time of 2017. And then, of course, it went down quite a bit after that because there's no institutional investors involved with cryptocurrency back then. So institutional money managers are now heavily involved with cryptocurrency. The industry is becoming very heavily regulated, which is really good, allowing some security for these institutional money managers to put in billions, if not trillions of dollars. And what it's doing now is actually pushing the price of cryptocurrency up, because you have to buy it off someone, and we have a finite resource in cryptocurrencies. There's only so many Litecoin, so many Ethereum, and so many Bitcoin. So the people like BlackRock, Fidelity, MicroStrategies, and Grayscale have to buy it off someone willing to sell it. And of course, as a smart investor, you're never going to sell cheaper than what you paid for it. So prices are rising dramatically. And only a few weeks ago, one Bitcoin was worth 40,000. Earlier this year it was worth 85. So we've had a good correction this year, but for the remainder of 2021, there's a high expectation these institutional money managers are really heavily going to move into cryptocurrency. On top of the institutional money managers, we do have consumer spending providers. So Alipay, WePay, Visa, MasterCard, Square, Stripe, Facebook are all heavily getting involved with cryptocurrency purchasing. So that means a lot of people can use the cryptocurrency they have to buy goods and services. So the usability is going up, but they need to spend it. The only way they're going to spend it is by owning it. So the price that we see on exchanges right now. Now, the second last thing is, where do we buy and sell? Now, this is one of the most confusing parts of cryptocurrency. At the moment, there's 11,200 cryptocurrencies. Isn't that nuts? There's not that many currencies in the world. There's only 220 countries in the world. So imagine there's 220 currencies in crypto already. After 13 years, there's 11,000 different types of crypto. So what do you choose? But more importantly, where do you choose to store your cryptocurrency, or even to buy your cryptocurrency? There's 398 exchanges listed on CoinMarketCap. That is phenomenal. In Australia, actually, there's 470 plus exchanges, ranging from quite big ones, not on the global scale, but in Australia, they're quite big, down to single man operations that operate as exchanges as well. So where do you store your coins? That's the most important thing to look at. So the major aspects to consider when buying crypto on an exchange is that the exchange complies with local licensing regulations. They need to be registered with the local license. In Australia, we have ASICs and we have Austrax, and making sure they do have their licenses. The second one is make sure the exchange has really good technical security, making sure that what coins you have on there are a lot more secure than the present day banking system. We won't do a test on the present day bank logins because it's not very good, but cryptocurrency is very different. So we have to have a lot better security than the present banking system. The second last thing is the customer support team. You want to make sure that if you have a problem and you don't understand something, that someone in the company can help you out. That's really important, to make sure that you will get replied when you send an email to customer support, or you call someone in the admin team and they will help you through one of your difficulties. I personally like the last thing. That's part of the exchange that I like the most, is community support. Having people in the community that you know, like, and trust, that you can ask individual questions that you may feel a bit uncomfortable because you think they might be silly, but we will help you understand more about cryptocurrency and develop your confidence in what you're doing in the cryptocurrency world. So community support, and that's part of the Dacxi Dinner thing that Robin's organised tonight on the Sunshine Coast. And there's ones on Gold Coast, Brisbane, Cairns, and Sydney, all over the place in Australia. We do have these Dacxi dinners. We can get together and talk with like-minded people about cryptocurrency, and that's really important. Now, I personally, like I said when I first started, I'm a Dacxi customer. I like the Dacxi platform because it's the world's first crypto wealth platform. As much as I really like cryptocurrency for the freedom aspect that it's given me, we all want to make more wealth. So Dacxi makes crypto easy. They also have a really big focus on the exchange. So everyone can go to observatory.mozilla.org and test the security of any website on there. You test your bank, then don't be too happy, because it won't be a green A+ on there. It'll be more likely an F. But Dacxi has always maintained an A+ security rating. Of course, we have a Dacxi wealth system, which helps you build confidence in cryptocurrency through the community support. There's lots of webinars and training, and there's an education platform for you to understand more about cryptocurrency. So it does build your confidence that decisions that you're making in regards to cryptocurrency are done from a position of knowledge because we want you to be confident in your purchases. On top of all that, what Dacxi is doing, they're extending their reach out into the whole planet. So they're going to have at least 220 fully regulated platforms all over the world, all locally licensed, making sure they comply with the local licensing laws of all the different jurisdictions around the world, more than just countries, because some countries have multiple financial services requirements. So we're going to have over 220 platforms all over the world, all hooking into this crypto wealth platform and the technology that Dacxi's developed, allowing you to create wealth in cryptocurrency with a lot of confidence. Now, what are safe coins? This is one of the most important things, because a lot of people get told about coins at barbecues, on the train, when they bump into someone, their friends get all excited about a coin, and they all want to know, what is a good coin to buy? Is it going to be one that makes you some money? Now, the three aspects to look for when I look at any coin is, what is their use case? What is their purpose? What are they hoping to achieve? Why does that particular coin exist? Where is it going to be in 2 to 3 years? And how big the problem is determines how much value is going into the ecosystem of that coin. So it's really important to understand the use case. And if they come to you and say, oh, it's just a payment coin to make things cheaper for you to buy and sell things, that is just not strong enough for me. And there's quite a few payment coins out there that are only recent, and they're going to be competing with governments, because governments are coming out with their own payment coins. So very soon, the commercial advantage of all these payment coins is going to be reduced, because governments are now introducing cryptocurrency payment coins into their ecosystems as well. The second thing is, do they have good management teams that have the capability of completing the project, to make sure that they are certainly capable of delivering the promises that they've been saying and telling everyone that they can. And the only way you can really tell that is that they've been around for a while. So anything that's under 2 years old, you're taking a very big risk. 3 years, you're taking a big risk. 4 years plus, the risk is very minimal, because if they were going to do a runner with your money, they would have gone already in 4 years. So really look at how long that project has been going and what track record they have of delivering on the promises that they've said. And the last thing, which is the most important thing now, since the regulators are really coming out with very good regulations about cryptocurrency, is, do they comply? Does the coin comply with today's legislation and any future changes? So you can see there's a lot of cryptocurrencies out there that are experiencing some pain, because regulators are determining that their securities or the services they offer are financial products, and the regulators are going to say, well, you're not playing the game properly. You should be playing in the same rules as banks. You have it in the past. You should have been set up to play in the same rules as banks and financial institutions. And a lot of coins nowadays are going to experience a lot of pain, because they're set up as financial products. So as you can see with Bitcoin, Litecoin, Ethereum, Polkadot, Link, and Stellar, those, in my opinion, are very good coins. I do hold all those coins because they do fit all the three aspects that I love in cryptocurrency, and they're the ones that I believe in my own portfolio are going to do really well as time goes on, because they're high use, high value, high safe coins, all on the Dacxi platform. Welcome to the start of your learning journey. We need to understand more about crypto. There's exciting times ahead. I look forward to helping you understand more about cryptocurrency. Thank you for being open to learning. If you want to act now, reach out to the person that introduced this video to you. Go to Dacxi.com and go through the learning platforms provided there. Join the Dacxi global Facebook pages, the YouTube, go look at the YouTube channels, and make sure that you understand more about cryptocurrency, because this is a huge financial area that is about to open up to the world. And I encourage you to understand more about it before you get involved. Thank you very much for your time, and take care. Bye-bye.